Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all been having a lovely weekend. It's Sunday afternoon here today and I have been spending my weekend creating some lovely vintage bundles that I am popping over in my Etsy shop. I have temporarily opened my Etsy shop back up just to sell some things and while I'm working simultaneously on my website, so that is back open at the moment. So yesterday I started creating these little vintage bundles. They're a limited quantity. I have 10 packs available and I thought I would just jump on quickly and show you guys, and I do apologize for the terrible lighting in my videos lately. A couple people did say that it's very blue, and yeah, I'm very aware of the issue, and it's just that I'm in an area that has no windows whatsoever and I'm relying upon artificial lighting and all of that, so I am going to have that fixed very shortly, but until then I apologize and bear with me. So I made up these vintage bundles. I'm going to pop this one here aside. So like I said, I have 10 of them available and they look like this. So they're housed in this clear pocket with a little bit of a bow, and all of the goodies are inside. Each one's got the same type of things, but they may vary slightly. So they all look like this. They're all ready to go. And I will take you inside so you can see everything that's in them. So I'll pop these finished bundles here aside and we'll bring this one back over. So each little bundle has 35 pieces in it, and it's sort of a mixture of items. So let me just pull these little bits aside. First off, you'll get vintage photographs, and 3 of them will be like vintage colour photographs and 3 of them will be vintage black and white photographs. So just as an example, these are the sort of vintagey colour ones. I think they're from the 60s, around about, sort of like that. But each picture is different obviously in each pack. These are the black and white ones. So there's that one. This one's kind of like a marching or a Scottish, sort of, they're playing bagpipes there. And this sweet little girl and her cat. So yeah, each bundle will be different with the photographs. Then you'll get a vintage postcard. Now I collected these when I was on my travels in England. So these are Bournemouth and they're real vintage postcards. So yeah, every single piece in here is authentic. Then you'll get a couple of vintage tickets, this larger one here and like a smaller tram ticket. They may come in different colours. Then we have a couple of vintage stamps, so these beautiful ones here from New Zealand, 1958. And these little discount stamps that are sort of double-sided because they were glued onto something, if you guys can see that there. Then we've got a couple of vintage playing cards that are very patinaed around the outside. We have a, what do you call these, a tea card I believe, and each tea card is different. And they've got something on the back there, so this one says British costume, Brooke Bond tea and tea bags, so there's that one. You'll get a vintage lottery ticket, a vintage email envelope, a vintage, this is like a cheque, Commonwealth Trading Bank of Australia, and you can this is perforated so you can tear that piece off there, which is quite fun. This one here is another sort of a cheque, but it's folded, so you've got this side here and this over here says the Brisbane Permanent Building and Banking Co. So it's a very, very interesting. That's this awesome blue colour. We have a small vintage dictionary page with some beautiful patina around it. this beautiful vintage good paper, which I've been using a lot. You might have seen me using it in my last sort of ephemera videos that I've been making. We've got this vintage beautiful, I think it's a Rand McNally book, so it's quite old and it's got some beautiful vintage images, children's images on it. So each one of that is different. There's a piece of ledger here from the 1970s. There's a vintage game sheet, which is really interesting actually. I'm not sure which game it's from, but it's one of my favourite ones. We've got this gorgeous book page, which is it's kind of like a table book page, so it looks like that. A vintage atlas page. This here is some vintage lined paper. I recently bought this at a op shop. I grabbed a couple of them, and then they were done up with some screws, so I unscrewed them so that the papers could come out nice and neat along the side. This is some of that beautiful Russian book page that I really love to use. Look at the font on it, it's just gorgeous. So some of that Russian vintage book page, some algebra or geometry, or yeah, algebra I think, book page. This one here is, I'm thinking it's in Spanish, so I included a lot of foreign language books because they're my favourite to use. They're all vintage as well. This one here has got a lovely black and white image on it, and then on the back here it's in French. And this one here is the lovely German book that I went dumpster diving for in Amsterdam, and it's from I believe it's from 1911, I think, yeah. So it's very, very old, and it's got this beautiful gothic typeface on it. And then this one here is, it opens up so you've got sort of 2 pages, and this is from a book, I'm trying to see if I can find it. I think it's a composition book anyway, so like a spelling or an exercise, sort of a school book page here, and that's so brown, so it's lovely. And then you get 3 pieces of vintage wallpaper. So it's a lovely, this is one of my favourite ones, it's my newest one. It's got these florals on it, this lovely pink one, and this awesome sort of retro green one. So that is everything that is in these little packs here that I'm going to pop over for sale on my Etsy shop. So I'll link all that down below for you guys to check out, and I hope you enjoy them. I really wanted to pull all the things that I've been loving lately and working with a lot myself, so I thought you guys might enjoy that too. But I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. It is a long weekend here, so we have, I think it's Queen's birthday tomorrow. And then the kids go back to school the day after, so it's been nice to spend some time with my family at home. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a lovely week ahead. I will be back not tomorrow but the day after, making some more ephemera, and then we're going to get the Orange Vintage Book Journal finished because I want that to be done for the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. But anyway, you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!